So let's talk about serratus anterior. This is a funny old muscle. You'll find it up and around here. It feeds back into your armpit where it meets the subscapularis. We'll be talking about that at some point as well. So your serratus anterior kind of covers your ribs. It can feel really, really, really tender, and you probably want just very light pressure. If you've been having trouble trying to get into the diaphragmatic breathing, it could well be that the serratus anterior is getting in your way and that you've got tight fascia or trigger pointy kind of stuff going on in there, which is stopping you from being able to expand your ribs. It tends to keep the breath quite shallow, and in fact holding your breath is one of those things that can trigger the serratus anterior into locking down. So if you've got shallow breathing, and also if you've been checked out for lung issues, almost a sense of having a heart attack. If you've had medical checks and tests for those things and it doesn't seem to be showing up anything weird or unusual, could just be a tightness in your serratus anterior. So when the serratus anterior isn't happy, it's going to add extra stress to your sternocleidomastoids and to the deeper underlying neck muscles, your scalenes. That can lead to an increase in headaches, an increase in jaw pain, an increase in things such as sinusitis, dizziness, all those kind of scalene, sternocleidomastoidy things. It also might lead to an increase in numbness in your hands. That's always a good pointer that it's serratus anterior that you need to be looking at. Things that can trigger serratus anterior stuff: holding your breath, but also overexerting. If you've been out for a run and you're not really in very good shape, that kind of sharp side kind of stitchy feeling, that's really, really serratus anterior. Also weightlifting and doing chin-ups, anything which is kind of upper body strength work, that can all kick in serratus anterior stuff. So this is a fascia ball exercise, so take a 4-inch ball. You may find this is more comfortable using pillows, and you can use pillows underneath your lower ribs to just feel as though you're not resting as heavily into the ball. Serratus anterior and the intercostal muscles and the diaphragm really benefit from very gentle pressure. So using your elbow and your shoulder as much as you can just to stabilise you without overworking. Obviously, if you feel like you're overworking, grab some cushions, grab some pillows and do it that way. But what you're going to do is find somewhere comfy, and this ball is just going to kind of come against your ribs, ladies sort of bra strap sort of level, and then kind of towards your armpit. And try and let your legs relax as much as you can. Support your body so you're not just crushing onto the ball. You might also find, ladies, that doing this without a bra on is more comfortable because of the ribbing and the seaming. And just let that ball settle into the tissue around your ribs and your boob, and for ladies, and into your kind of your armpit sort of area. And just rest with some breaths. Like I was saying, a cushion underneath your waist and lower ribs can be really make the experience a lot more comfortable. And try not to kind of yank on through your neck as you're doing it as well. So, as always, do the release work on both sides and see if you can feel into the tissue and feel whether there's a difference, whether one side feels softer or whether you're kind of tight on both sides. So you can also do it just like that, so you're laid down. You can feel it changing your breath. It might make you draw a big breath like that. Rest there 5 to 10 minutes. Let the tissue soften up and see how that feels. This is a really good one to twin with lower rib work. I'm going to show you the diaphragm stuff too. So look for work on another video on intercostals and diaphragm, and you can twin those two together and you'll get a really good thoracic release. Good stuff. I'll speak to you soon.